Welcome back to your channel, MSKTV. In this episode, we'll learn how to identify lines, line segments, and rays, and how to classify different types of angles. Then, we'll calculate the perimeter and area of common two-dimensional shapes, including rectangles, squares, and triangles. So, let's start with lines, line segments, and rays. A line is straight and goes on forever in both directions. When we draw it, we show this with two arrows, one pointing left and one pointing right. This is a line segment. It's straight, and it starts at one point and ends at another. These are called endpoints. So, we say, a line segment is a straight line with two endpoints. This is a ray. It starts at a point and goes on forever in one direction. The point where it starts is called an endpoint. So, we say a ray is a straight line that has one endpoint and keeps going forever in one direction. Now, let's move on to drawing angles. To draw an angle correctly, we use a tool called a protractor. A protractor is usually a half circle made of clear plastic and has numbers around its edge that show degrees. From 0 to 180, the units we use to measure and draw angles. Now let's draw an angle, for example, a 60 degrees angle. Follow these steps carefully. We'll draw an angle of 60 degrees, but you can use these same steps for any angle. Step 1. Draw a straight line on your paper. Use a ruler to make it nice and neat. This will be one side of your angle. Step 2. Put a small dot at one end of that line. This dot is called the vertex. It's the corner where your angle will start. Step 3. Now, take your protractor. Place it on top of your line so that the center mark of the protractor is right on the dot, and the flat bottom edge of the protractor lines up exactly with your straight line. Step 4. Look at the numbers along the bottom edge of the protractor. Find the number 60, that's 60 degrees. Make a tiny dot on your paper right next to the 60 mark. Step 5. Carefully lift the protractor off the paper. You should now see two dots. The vertex dot at the end of your first line, and the new dot you just made at 60 degrees. Step 6. Use your ruler to draw a straight line from the vertex dot to the new dot. This is the second side of your angle. Now our angle measures 60 degrees. Now, let's learn how to measure an angle using a protractor. We'll measure an angle that looks like the corner of a rectangle or like the corner of a book. Step 1. Look at the angle you want to measure. It has two straight sides that meet at a point. That point is called the vertex. Step 2. Place your protractor on top of the angle so that the center mark of the protractor is right on the vertex, and the flat bottom edge of the protractor lines up exactly with one side of the angle. Step 3. Now look at the other side of the angle, the one that's not lined up with the bottom edge. Follow that side up until it meets the curved edge of the protractor. Step 4. Read the number where that side crosses the protractor's scale. If it lines up with the number 90, then your angle measures 90 degrees. This angle, called a right angle. Classify angles. Now let's learn how to classify angles by their size. When an angle measures more than 0 degrees but less than 90 degrees, it's called an acute angle. These are small, sharp angles, like the tip of a pencil. When an angle measures exactly 90 degrees, it's called a right angle. You've seen this before. It's the corner of a rectangle or a book. When an angle measures more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees, it's called an obtuse angle. These are wide, open angles, wider than a right angle, but not flat. When an angle measures exactly 180 degrees, it's called a straight angle. It looks just like a straight line. And if an angle goes all the way around, 360 degrees, it's called a full angle or a complete turn. That's like spinning in a full circle. Parallel and perpendicular lines. Now, let's learn how to classify two special kinds of lines: parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines are lines that go in the same direction and never meet, no matter how far they go. They stay the same distance apart all the way, like train tracks. Look around you. The top and bottom edges of your notebook, those are parallel. Or the sides of a ruler, also parallel. Perpendicular lines are lines that cross at a right angle that's exactly 90 degrees. You can spot them in many places, like where highways meet or in the window in our example. Perimeter and area of two-dimensional shapes. Now, let's learn how to calculate the perimeter and area of some common two-dimensional shapes, like rectangles, squares, and triangles. Let's start with a rectangle. In this example, the rectangle has a length of 10 centimeters and a width of 5 centimeters. To find the perimeter, we add up all four sides. Perimeter equals 2 times the sum of the length and width. That means perimeter equals 2 times 10 plus 5, which is 30 centimeters. To find the area, we multiply the length by the width. Area equals 10 times 5, which is 50 square centimeters. So, the rectangle's perimeter is 30 centimeters, and its area is 50 square centimeters. Next, let's look at a square. A square has 4 equal sides. If each side measures 6 centimeters, then the perimeter equals 4 times the side. That means perimeter equals 4 times 6, which is 24 centimeters. To find the area, multiply one side by itself. Area equals 6 times 6, which is 36 square centimeters. So, the square's perimeter is 24 centimeters, and its area is 36 square centimeters. Now, let's consider a right triangle with a base of 8 centimeters, a height of 6 centimeters, and a hypotenuse of 10 centimeters. To find the perimeter, we add up all 3 sides. Perimeter equals 8 plus 6 plus 10, which gives 24 centimeters. To find the area, we use this simple rule. Area equals 1/2 times the base times the height. That means area equals 1/2 times 8 times 6, which equals 24 square centimeters. So, the triangle's perimeter is 24 centimeters, and its area is 24 square centimeters. Dear learners, keep practicing and get ready for more fun with MSKTV Learning.